Doing great. Hey, this looks like we got a good connection. This Gabe Oberlin, yes, the zoning inspector. Here, I'll show you around the room. We've got Jason Horman's the chairman of the board. Stacy Peters is the secretary. We have Mike Roars, Tom Van Valere, and Heath West are the other board members, and then Jan Reed is our mayor. This is Nathan Wagner. He's with the solar firm. So we haven't quite started yet, so I'll just...
All right, I'd like to make a motion to start the meeting.
Second.
We'll go over the minutes from July 2nd meeting. Yeah, just we need to approve the minutes here. Is that right? Is that like that here? Okay, so yeah, we didn't approve the last meeting, so we need to approve the July 2nd meeting minutes. I guess I'd like to make a motion to approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then the notes from November 5th meeting. Absent was Mike Roars. Guests were Fritz Earhart, Dan Bowers, and Brandon Grant. We started meeting at 5. Jason Horn made a motion to call the meeting to order. Keith West seconded it, and then everybody approved. The matters that were acted on was the Brandon Grant presented an application for variance to obtain the building permits, etc., from the state, also to approve a setback variation due to the state changing to industrial requirements. So I'd like to make a motion to approve those minutes.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
And then we have an application for conditional use permit from SUTI LLC. And so what's...
I have Nathan Wagner here. I had a video call set up for him so he didn't have to drive clear from Cleveland for this meeting. He's the attorney representing. Maybe you can, you have to be quiet, but if you want to, you have anything to say, Nathan?
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everyone. So, like Gabe mentioned, I'm the attorney representing the owners of the solar installation that's currently at the school in Antwerp. The owner of that solar installation went through some new financing and was looking to do a sale, and the bank noticed that they never really got their zoning right. They needed a conditional use permit when it wasn't obtained when it was first constructed, and so they asked me to come in and try to help work out getting the zoning finally put square. And so Gabe's been fantastic working with me and helping me get the application submitted. And that's all we're looking to do, is to look at the existing solar installation and get the permit that they should have obtained a few years ago when it was first put in. No changes, no expansions or anything. It's just to correct the zoning that should have been done a while ago.
What do we need to do with this group?
So, because this is a conditional use permit, so this is a residential district where the school's located, and utility substations are a permitted use as a conditional use. Conditional uses are special uses that have to be approved by the zoning appeals board, and there's a list of a few, including home occupations and I think government buildings.
Libraries, government buildings, churches.
Right, that aren't residential, but they are allowed, but you need to provide additional information, more information than you would provide if you just wanted a zoning permit. And it can't be just approved by the zoning inspector. It has to be approved by this board.
Gabe, did you review the survey by Lockrath and you're okay with it?
The paperwork all looks in order, and I did bring it up at the time of the installation of the solar field that there hadn't been a permit and submitted, and but there hadn't been any complaints about the installation or the operation in all the time that it's been there, and that I believe has been a real asset for the school financially.
There's still been no complaints from anybody,
I've never heard one thing from anyone about the solar field.
but all the paperwork now you feel is documented.
They have all their state permits. They had all their state permits before. Everything is dated correctly that they had done. But I believe that at the time, the mayor at the time and the village administrator at the time allowed this to go through without a zoning permit. They said, don't worry about it.
Dismissing, okay.
But now that they are,
Refinancing it, they got caught in the checklist. Okay.
correct, yes,
Good enough.
the bank is requiring this.
So all we need to do is approve the conditional use permit.
Is there anyone here that wants to talk on this matter? Anyone?
I make a motion, we approve it.
Second.
Jason?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Keith?
Yep.
Stacy? Yes. Nathan, the motion is passed.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So what I'll do is, when I fill out the permit, I'll send that to your address, and then I'll also send you the occupancy permit, which then you would fill out and submit. Since it's already been constructed, typically you would turn that in after you understand. And then or possibly maybe I could email you that, and you could, then I could mail the occupancy permit with the zoning permit.
Yeah, by all means, email me, whatever can be sent electronically, and I'll get it, processed and taken care of.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
Hey, well, it only took us, I don't know, a month and a half to make it happen, but,
Well, better than like the 5 or 6 years they waited, right?
yeah, sure. I told them they probably should just do it, whatever. Okay. Great, good working with you, Nathan, and I'll be in touch.
And you, Gabe. Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Have we had all these guys sign?
Yeah. Everybody signed in, right? So this is-
And then our next order of business is Nicole Miller.
Here.
Would you like to speak on your application?
I just filled everything out. Basically, I run an online site for our community as well as surrounding communities. I sell everything from clothes, gently used, to shoes, to baby clothes, to I've sold cribs, I've sold, but everything starts at $1. I just try to give everybody in the community who can't maybe afford to go out and buy brand new, still the opportunity to be able to clothe their children or themselves, pregnant mothers. This all started, I was one. I was a single mom for the longest time. We all know that, especially in this economy, it's not easy, so I just try my best to help where I can. I've donated toys, donated clothing, just anything I can to help out.
Where did these items come from?
Anything from myself, family members, friends, people that are a part of my online site, drop off items and say, here's, used clothing. I try my best to sort through it, make sure there's no stains, no rips, no tears. It's basically like a garage sale, I guess you could say, but online.
Are you also getting pallets and selling those?
Yeah, we have. I just did a Christmas pallet of toys. It's all brand new toys that come. I purchase the pallet and then turn around and resell them. We started, I think our highest bid was at $10 on a gigantic toy. Just again, a way to help families who can't get Christmas, things like that.
And you're looking to turn your garage into a pickup site, is that?
Basically, so for people who aren't local, I ship items. But then those who are local, obviously, they don't want the shipping fees if they can drive to the house and pick it up. So I just put the items out in the garage and it has a tag on it with their name. So they can just pull in, pick their items up and go.
So how long has this business been going?
I started this in 2019.
Okay, just curious why you're just now asking for a permit. Why wasn't
I
it
didn't
done
know
when
I
you
had to
started the
have one.
business?
I didn't know.
brought to her
Yeah, it was
attention.
brought to my attention. I didn't know I needed one.
Are you an actual LLC or,
No, being an online, it does not.
so you're not
require me
really
to
a
run an LLC.
business, you're just selling things out of your house?
Basically,
Like a garage sale.
Who owns the property down there?
Mike Stewart.
What is our requirements for just, if they're not officially a business,
There's no sign.
how is it worded?
It's a medical property.
So I did print off the home occupation section of the ordinance, and it requires that no persons other than members of the family residing on the premises shall be engaged in such occupation, that the use of the dwelling unit for home occupation shall be clearly incidental and subordinate to its use for the residential purpose by its occupants, and not more than 25% of the floor area of the dwelling unit shall be used in the conduct of the home occupation. There shall be no change in the outside appearance of the building or premises or other visible evidence of the conduct of such home occupation other than one sign not exceeding 4 square feet in area, non-illuminated, and mounted flat against the wall of the principal building. No home occupation shall be conducted in any accessory building. There shall be no sales on the premises. No traffic shall be generated by such home occupation in greater volume than would normally be expected in a residential neighborhood, and any need for parking generated by the conduct of such home occupation shall meet the off-street parking requirements as specified in this ordinance, and shall not be located in a required front yard. And the last section, no equipment or process shall be used in such home occupation which creates noise, vibration, glare, fumes, odors, or electrical interference detectable to the normal senses off the lot. If the occupation is conducted in a single-family residence or outside the dwelling unit, or conducted in any other than a single-family residence, the case of electrical interference, no equipment or process shall be used which creates visible or audible interference in any radio or television receivers off the premises, or cause fluctuations in line voltage off the premises.
Okay, I guess I have a question on that. How much sales are you doing? How much traffic, how much extra traffic is coming in and out of it?
To be honest, my biggest week I've had maybe 75 to 100 people, but that's, they have literally 6 days a week. So at most I have maybe 25 people a day, maybe.
And that's throughout the day.
Yeah, they have from 7:30 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Not all at once.
Yeah, I've had some input from neighbors down there. Serious input, especially because of the size of the street, the accessibility, and things like that. And not just one single person. It's been 3 different neighbors down there. They've also cited the fact that there's already been 2 businesses shut down there. I think we got some concerns.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Does anyone have anything they want to say?
Yeah, I do. I am one of those neighbors.
You want to state your
My name is Stephanie Kelby.
Okay.
I live directly across the street from Nicole. As you all know, our road is extremely narrow. You cannot drive two cars side by side down our road. And people backing out of her driveway have an issue backing out. We have went through 4 mailboxes since she started her business. We are on our 4th one currently, and it has also been hit. I can't say whether it was from her person from her driveway or not. I'm not for sure. But it's becoming quite expensive for us to have her business and the traffic in and out of her driveway. 75 people on our tiny little dead-end road is a lot of people coming down that road. And it is all during the day. And customers have also hit our trash can. It's becoming expensive for us to have to deal with this. It's dangerous. If they're not paying attention and we have our grandkids over, who's to say they're not going to back into one of our grandkids? It's to the point where I'm very glad that she hasn't had people down in months. It's been so peaceful. And the thought of it starting back up again is very stressful. Knowing that we're going to have to buy more surveillance to keep an eye on our mailbox. Something we shouldn't have to replace every year. So we're against it. We don't feel like it's, if she wants to have a storefront, get a storefront. Have your business in a store. Don't have it on our street.
Anything else?
Am I allowed to say something?
Thank you. Yes.
So with that, I will say yes, there have been garbage cans, mailboxes. The police department has responded every time. I have full surveillance. You can see all angles of my front. You can see their yard. You can see Pam and Steve's. Every time this has happened, the cops have come over. I've turned over video surveillance. I've showed them. I've offered to pay. Have I had direct contacts with them? No, I have not. This has all been with the police department, but I've offered to pay. If it came from my destruction, somebody coming or going from my house, I have no problem with that, and I have offered every time someone has responded over the last 5-6 years. But I've never had direct communication with them over this. This has all been with Antwerp Police Department.
I would like to rebuttal that. I've talked to her personally about this.
Yeah, we're not here to do that.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
That's for small claims court or wherever else.
You're absolutely correct.
Steve?
I'm here representing the council. Being a council member, I too have received complaints about residents on Buffalo Street, 3 of them. And mainly they've addressed it about the extra traffic on the street and the congestion in the area in question. Also, as Keith said, there had been 2 individuals who wanted to start businesses down there. One was an auto detailing business. The other was a light auto mechanic work that was going on in his garage, and they were denied the right to do that.
Anyone else have anything? Motion to vote?
I move to deny.
I second that. Jason?
Yay on the denial.
Deny. Mike?
Deny.
Tom?
Okay, the application's been denied.
I have a question. You
Sure.
paid $75 to be zoned. Is that refundable fee from now?
That was for the application. Correct.
Decide to pay to put it's required that it runs in the paper. It really, yeah.
It's non-refundable.
It's not.
Okay, thank you.
Does anyone else have anything on that? Okay. I'd like to make a motion to end the meeting.
Move to adjourn. Do we need to sign that?
Yeah, we need to sign it. All right, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.